Hi guys. As you can hear, it's raining outside. I'm gonna do a kind of unorthodox video that I haven't tried before. It's like talking into the rain. It's probably much more soothing this way as well. But I hope you're getting all the right noises to make you relaxed. So we're watching a driving video. This is me just driving around on a boring Sunday afternoon. And it's going to start raining on the video that comes in shortly. The wind is quite strong outside. I actually miss summer. It's odd. It's odd, very odd, because I'm not a summer person. It's just, I think winter has brought with it some pretty miserable things, and it's much easier to deal with stuff when you can go and walk on the beach and relax and stuff like that. It's hard when it's all cold and freezing and you just want to go to sleep. But summer will come soon enough. I think I like spring the most. It's my favourite season. It used to be winter, but now it's spring. It sounded almost like a little dog just running past in the mud, but it's probably just the rain. I've got to actually turn around to see what I'm actually looking at on the screen. So we're driving down this highway, and this is like a new suburb that was built in Perth, where I live. We've suffered a lot of urban sprawl, mainly because the area is just really flat and everyone is built. They kept building. They can either build north or south of the city. If they build west, they're going to be in the ocean. If they build east, it's just way too hot and takes too long to get to the city. So we are heading in a northern direction from Perth, the city where I live. You notice that the size of backyards have really reduced now. Like no one has a backyard anymore if you live in these new suburbs. Which is kind of sad. I don't know how you could have a garden or be interested in gardening or anything like that if you don't have anything. At this point I had to turn around because I hit a dead end. I was just driving around. I've never really been out this far. so I didn't really know where I was. But as you can see, a lot of it's like new developments and everything like that. And so I might as well just say where we are actually heading to on this video. So we started out in kind of a bushland setting, and we're going to be going to the ocean, driving along the coast. So we'll be able to see the Indian Ocean. I always love driving past there, the Indian Ocean. I love taking shots of the sun setting and just like walking along the beach. But this road pretty much takes you all the way there. And as you can see, the rain has started to come down very slowly, just in droplets on the windscreen. I apologize that the camera kind of goes in and out of focus. I didn't really have any control over that, but I think it creates a pretty cool effect. That, you kind of focus in on droplets of the rain droplets on the windscreen, and then everything else is out of focus, and you're kind of wondering what it is. It's not a straight driving video. It's not like just all in one take. I have cut it up into segments just because it was way too long. And at one part I was stuck behind a learner driver for about 10 minutes, and I just could not overtake them. So that would have made a really boring video. Yeah. Let's have a listen to the rain outside, because I've run out of things to talk about. That's much better, don't you think? The best thing about winter is the rain. We don't get snow here. It's never snowed, and probably never will snow unless there's an ice age. But I like the rain the best, because when there is no rain, it's just really freezing, and there's no when there's no clouds, it's just really cold, and your bones ache from the cold. So at least with the rain, there's a bit of let up on the temperature. Like, I can sleep with my window open if I want. I think it's what you can hear is the rain coming off the trees. It's not raining very hard outside. It's just like when they collect up on the leaves, leaves on the trees, and it becomes too much, the leaves move and all the making the ground really soggy and wet. I suppose certain words, the way I pronounce them, might create different effects. That's another thing I try and focus on, is just trying to come up with vocabularies that will have an effect. I really haven't done an accent in a while, so I might try and switch. That one sucked. I might try and do an accent. There's a lot of like Christmassy trees planted all around these suburbs. I don't know what happens at Christmas time, but probably not much because it gets way too hot. It's hard to celebrate Christmas around here. So we're heading towards the ocean, and I'm not doing a really great American accent, but I guess I'll keep going with it. These suburbs are very old. They're about 20 years old, 20 years and under. There's still very many vacant blocks around here. But they're really expensive because they're located so close to the ocean. So I guess you have to have a lot of money to buy the block of land and then build a house on them. But it would make a really great location to live in. This is the learner driver that I was talking to you about. So there's not much of this one. I just let the droplets stay on the windscreen because I was going so slow. I didn't really need clear vision. Yeah, I was really bored on this day. As I get irritated when I just stay at home and I just feel like I need to be doing something. So anything, like just get out of the house and just go out and do something constructive. And hopefully this video is worthwhile. I know I like a lot of the stuff that's in this video, like the clouds. There's a lot of cool clouds, textures and that. You can really see which ones have rain in them and stuff. I actually edit the colors myself. If the original image is kind of bland, so I kind of kick up a few of the colors, maybe the greens and the blues, to create some more filmic look. I don't know about how it translates to YouTube. That might degrade a bit, but I edit my videos in 24 frames per second. So I hope it looks cool on YouTube. There's still a bit of time left. Where are we now? I think we're driving along the coast now. To the right, you can see the Indian Ocean. And on a day like this, you wouldn't want to be surfing around See, that's what I mean about the Christmas trees. I don't know, I don't think at Christmas time they put decorations on them, but they should, because there's quite a lot of them, and they're not going to use. The houses around here are really, some of them are really, really cool, and others you just think, if you're going to spend millions of dollars building a house, why would you want to build it to look like a toilet block? That's what one of them looks like, actually. Some of them look really ridiculous. And, yeah, you just wonder. There's a really cool house. I don't know if it's a house or, it's friggin' huge. It's on the left side, and it looks like when we used to drive past it as kids, we used to call it the witch's house, because it didn't look like any of the other houses. It was atop of this big hill overlooking a school, and it was it looked really, what's the word? Not medieval. I think you can see it now, just on the right, left-hand side. You can see it right on the left-hand side. It's got like these northeast, west, south things that spin around when the wind blows, and I just can't think of the word to describe it. It's not medieval, I know it's something along those lines, but it was a really creepy house. And I drive around this section a lot. Well, I used to anyway. On Sundays I used to listen to the radio and just drive around, especially in the summertime. There's a lot of people walking around, and I myself like to walk around and just look out at the ocean and see the sun going down. You see a lot of different people, which always, I'm a people watcher. That's not in a creepy way or anything. I find people interesting, different people, and yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. I was last night I watched Apocalypse Now, the Redux. I think that's how you say it. Redo, yeah. Redux. Apocalypse Now. It's a great film. It goes. Sorry, I've got to shut my window. This is goddamn dog. Sorry about that. Yes, I watched Apocalypse Now, and I usually only watch it in segments, but this time I watched the whole thing, and I usually watch it like once a year, and it is such a brilliant film. It's if you haven't seen it, you must watch it, and watch it with. You have to be very patient. It's a long film, and you don't see Marlon Brando until the very final act, and I guess that works really well, because even though he's like one of the main characters, you just hear about him, and it builds all this mystique, and until you finally see him, he only has a few scenes, but he knocks it out of the park. It's revolutionary. And the funny thing is, there was a lot of problems on set. There's a great documentary called Heart of Darkness, and it deals with the agonizing shoot that they had to go on. It looked like the film was going to be a massive failure, and in the end, it turned out to be one of the best films ever made. And Marlon Brando, he just did not give a shit about. He tried to get as much money out of them as possible, and he was joking around and stuffing around and not reading the script and anything. But the performance that he gives is just absolutely incredible. And Dennis Hopper and Martin Sheen. Sorry, I just went off track a bit, but I just had to mention that I watched it last night and am still in awe of how it was made. And if you haven't seen it, I really do suggest watching it. It's one of the greatest films ever made about war, and it doesn't glamorize it at all. And it talks about how much of a